To my Vermont teachers and staff, I would like to present today on some information that our department's Student and Wellness Support Services requests for all school counselors to present at the end of the school year to either the entire Vermont staff team or to our climate culture team, whichever way the information can be presented, so that our colleagues are aware of our role as a school counselor. Ms. Contreras' this school year's focus was to present on closing the action plan that will be based off the panorama data that is utilized by our school district that is conducted to students from 4th and 6th grade. Also aligned with my pre and post surveys that will be focused on the Good Vibes Club that I was able to provide again this school year, that was entailed to be delivered only to 5th and 6th grade students, but for this school year I wanted to make sure that all students from K through 6th grade were able to have access to the Good Vibes Club on Tuesdays from 12 to 12:30 virtually live with myself. Ladies and gentlemen, as you will see right below on this stream page, there will be a couple of slides for you to look over to the information that I'm briefly going to share. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me and I could give you more specific details to my presentation. This presentation should not be no more than 5 to 10 minutes long. I would like to let you all know that for this school year, even though virtual distance learning took a toll on all of us and even our families and students from Vermont, I like to report that the panorama data that surveys students from 4th and 5th and 6th grade scored very high this school year and on our safety and sense of belonging at our school site. There were numerous questions that were given to our students that they were able to answer. Not all students were able to respond, and reasons for that could have been due to connectivity, possible not having access to a computer, to a digital device during the time of the surveys, also depending on what factors affected the household because of the pandemic. Overall, I'd like to share that in the panorama data, we were able to demonstrate this school year that we did increase very high in the sense of belonging and safety in comparison to last school year's panorama data that you will see from 2019 and 2020. And for 2020 and 2021, our percentile did increase, and as you will see, it does compare to the overall percentiles of the entire district that we are in. From those surveys, from the Good Vibes Club and from the panorama data, yes, the data might have been skewed where our overall enrollment might have differed from last year to this school year. For the Good Vibes Club, the 2021, I used the Google Forms to collect responses from our students. The data mainly focused with 5th and 6th grade students, even though this school year, most of my students that attended the Good Vibes Club were within the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade level. However, I still follow through with surveying our 5th and 6th grade students, as my original plan was to collect that data specifically from that age and grade level group. Last year in September, I was able to receive 106 responses from my pre and post, from my pre-test survey that I gave to our 5th and 6th grade students. Majority of them reported that they were very pleased and to know that they can continue having a club at Vermont, and that they felt they had a sense of belonging at the school and having fun activities, special guests, meeting other students would be a plus for them to have. Also, they felt that it would be great to have a club because it would make them feel safe at school. Even though we weren't physically on campus, the whole idea was to have them feel safe, even virtually online, as you will see in the PowerPoint. For this last month in April of 2021, we only had 4 students that responded. Please know that the surveys were available at least for a whole week with reminders by Ms. Contreras to encourage students to respond to the surveys. And there were only 4 basic questions that you'll see. From those 4 students, the majority of students did report again that they felt like they belonged after school, that they felt that having these fun activities, engagement activities, special guests would be of great use, and that they felt safe. From that survey, overall surveys, we've had about 112 students for total enrollment for 5th grade, and for total enrollment of 6th grade, we had 94 students. Again, it's just as a reminder, because of the unforeseen COVID-19 pandemic and the hardships, it was very hard for students to adapt to the virtual distance learning platform. Again, the data may be somewhat inaccurate, but rest assured that the other data from the panorama that students were able to take earlier in the school year did result overall in a plus for our school site and within our district. We even scored even better overall from our district on our sense of belonging and safety. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to also add, as a school counselor, we follow our ethical guidelines from the ASCA motto, as you will see on my other Google slide PowerPoint, that it is recommended for school counselors to work with up to 250 students per site. In the state of California and throughout the United States, as you will see that I provided a link, our ratios are not 1 counselor to 250 students. And with that being said, at our school site, we have 669 students enrolled from the last time I checked on our area system with 1 counselor. So imagine if I could be 2-3 times more of a school counselor for Vermont site, there could be so much wonders and so much more services to be provided in debt to our school site, but not just our school site, but overall within the state of California and other states within the USA. Counselors, our ratios are very high right now, and I want to rest assured to let you all know that I will continue doing my best to meet the needs of our students and support our staff in all that is needed for the safety and sense of belonging, and also the overall climate culture of our school site. If I could have 1 or 2 more counselors, I would be great. I would be able to be a +2, a +3 everywhere on our school site. I do encourage that to have for the new school year possibly a counselor lab, finally a counselor classroom where I can continue delivering services not only in person, but even now utilizing all the great tools that we've gained as a team this school year, utilizing the digital platforms that our students have adapted to, and I like to continue utilizing those digital tools when we return back for the new school year. So I would like to propose to possibly having a counselor lab with a couple of computers for students to utilize for research and career development, for SEL, be able to provide a calming center, be able to have a sense of belonging for our parents to have their own classrooms so that they can have parent workshops, continue working with family engagement to come to our school site and deliver wonderful topics for our families so that they can also deliver that within their home settings on self-care, self-love, mental health, all the good things that will be needed for the upcoming school year as we return back to in-person learning. Also, anything else that will be able to support all my staff members at Vermont site. It would be a great pleasure to continue working along with each and one of you, and I do hope that this presentation will be vital to you so that there is a better understanding in the role of a school counselor for our specific needs at Vermont Elementary. Again, I'm going to also add some Google Slides of the work that was utilized throughout the school year during the Good Vibes Club. Again, the presentation was to demonstrate how the panorama data has proven that our sense of belonging and safety has increased even during trying times of the pandemic, aligned with our Good Vibes Club pre and post surveys. Everything was in the right direction. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to hear this recording. I appreciate you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the new school year. Thank you.